borders, but I never had the chance to travel beyond North America until I was 20 years old and in college. My junior year, I finally had a choice. I could stay at the University of Wisconsin, or I could study abroad. That fall, I headed to Prague in the Czech Republic for the most life-changing 6 months of my life. The moment my plane touched down at Prague's airport on a cold winter day in January 2012, I knew that I would be traveling for the long haul. I didn't know anyone in my study abroad program, nor was I really aware of anything happening in the Czech Republic. I just went there because I knew that with a 3 to 5 hour bus or train ride, I could also see the rest of Europe. I wanted to see everything, and I gave it my best shot. I was instantly hooked. I became obsessed with every part of the study abroad experience, from meeting new friends, to trying new foods, to partying at nightclubs and experiencing the European lifestyle. Our program included about 50 students, all randomly chosen from various universities across the U.S. Over the course of the semester, I visited 14 countries in Europe and then 6 more on a 1-month backpacking trip when our classes ended. I felt a sense of belonging in places I had never been. And though there were times when I got lost or I didn't know where I was going to stay the night, I felt safe. Now, I'm going to get this out of the way on page 1, or whatever page we happen to be on. I am well aware I am a white American male. Jewish, but white and male nonetheless, who is traveling across the world. I hold a U.S. passport, which is the 8th strongest passport in the world, allowing me to visit 186 countries and territories without needing to apply for a visa. For comparison, my wife Deanna holds a Philippines passport and can only visit 63 countries and territories without needing a visa. But obviously, my advantages extend beyond my documentation. Ever since my first days of travel, I recognized how being all of those things, white, American, and male, made it easier for me to travel. But also, I've known other white American males who didn't necessarily know how to do it. Because what I have also seen, even in those first days of my traveling experiences, is that no matter your gender, language, race, or ethnicity, being curious about another culture always opens doors that might have otherwise been closed. How I became a travel blogger. P.S. You can too. At the tail end of my studies in Prague, I found a really cheap flight to Dubai and booked it spontaneously, not realizing what was in store for me. I arrived there dazed and confused. I was seeing all of the signs in Arabic, which to my uninitiated eyes looked like little squiggly lines. Many women were covered in black attire from head to toe. One night, as I was sitting in front of the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building, I had an epiphany. It was May 20th, 2012, and I was watching the fountain show outside the Burj, which puts the Bellagio in Las Vegas to shame. I knew I wanted to start my own business, but now I knew what I wanted to build that business around. I had discovered my life's passion, even though I was only in college, and clearly it has stuck. That passion was travel. I had an idea to start a travel app that connected travelers like myself with locals in various cities around the world, so both parties could benefit from making new friends and having a cultural exchange. For the entire flight home over the Atlantic, I was frantically writing a business plan in my small notebook. I would call the app Abroadify. However, my plan soon shifted, and it wouldn't be the last unexpected turn on that journey. My best friend Sophie, who I met in Prague, told me about an opportunity to teach English in South Korea. I knew I didn't want to become a teacher, but I had never been to Asia before, and I saw it as a gateway to get myself out there, and to get to know the region and its people in a way being a tourist would have never offered me. A month after graduating college with a double major in economics,